Hello everyone, I am here to teach you botany. This is first year botany class. Now, right from the birth, right after our birth, we started to observe things which are around us. Okay, we started to observe the things, and after a certain time, we started to learn the names of those things which are present around us. Okay, and when we have started studying in school, we started to classify those names into different categories. The things which we see around us, we have categorized those things, okay, into living things, and non-living things. The first thing which we learn is to categorize the living organism, the living organisms or the structures or the things which are present around us into two categories. That is the living things and the non-living things. Okay, and the study which deals with the living organisms is called as biology. Biology is nothing but a branch of science. Biology is nothing but a branch of science which deals with the study of living organisms. So, biology is a branch of science which deals with the study of living organisms. Later on, we learn to classify this this biology has been broadly classified into two categories. The word biology has been broadly classified, or the science biology has been broadly classified into two categories. The first is botany and the second is zoology. Botany and zoology. Now we will be dealing in this class, we will be dealing with this branch of science, that is the botany. So, botany is a branch of biology. Botany is a branch of biology which deals with the study of plants. Botany is a branch of biology which deals with the study of plants. The one or the person who studies about the plants, that person is called as a botanist. That person is called as botanist. Now, this word botany has been derived from an adjective that is called as botane. The word botany has been derived from the adjective that is botane, which was derived from the word Bauskine. So, in other words, earlier this botany was called as Bauskine, which was later termed as botane. Now, this botane later emerged into another word, that is botany. Previously, when it was discovered, so that was called as Bauskine. Nowadays, the term which we are using to describe the study about the plants is botany. It has been derived from the word, that is this Bauskine. It is a Greek word. The word Bauskine is a Greek word. Now, let us see why this studying of botany is helping us in our daily life. How this botany is helping in our daily life. Botany, as already said, it is nothing but it deals with the study of plants. How the study of plants is helpful in our daily life. Okay, so these plants are the fundamental organisms on which the life is dependent. These plants are the fundamental organisms on which life is dependent. If no plants, no life. Living organisms cannot survive without plants. So plants are the organisms, fundamental organisms which makes the living possible. Without plants there is no living. So how it is making the living possible? It is providing, these plants are providing us certain things which will be helping in our survival. The first and the foremost thing which it provides is oxygen. The first and the foremost thing which these plants provide is oxygen. The second thing which it provides is food. Oxygen, food. The third thing, many things it provides. So basic things, first we'll write the basic things. So the first basic thing which, okay, when we say for survival, the basic things which we need is food, water, air, shelter. These are the basic requirements for the living of a person or for the living of an organisms, and all these things are basically provided by the plants. So here it provides food, and along with this food it also provides water. So next thing which we require is the air. Air, how we reuse air? That is, in air oxygen is present, and that oxygen in air is given by the plants. So for survival we require air, we need food and water, and then we need shelter. This is the next basic thing. The shelter is given to us by the plants. Apart from these three things, plants also provide a variety of things. The next thing, which is fuel. We travel long distance daily from one place to another place. For traveling we require fuel. That fuel is given to us by plants. There are certain plants which helps in giving us fuels. Apart from this fuel, there are certain plants which helps in giving us medicines. And these medicines which help in increasing the lifespan of the living organisms. With the knowledge of plants, we have found the medicines, and these medicines helped us in treating various diseases, and when diseases are treated, the lifespan of a person will be increased. So these medicines also help in the longevity of life of the living organisms. Apart from these medicines, it also gives us wood. This wood can also be used for shelter, for building homes. This wood can also be used as fuel. And here, to make the survival, these are the basic things which we get from the plants. But apart from these basic things, other necessities like furniture and all, it is also provided to us by the plants. Okay, so now these are the basic things by which we are dependent on the plants. Basic things for which we are dependent on the plants. So that is why we say there is no survival of living organisms without the plants. Now let us see in detail how plants are providing all these things. How they are helping us in providing all these things, and how the study of plant is helpful in producing more food. The first thing which we said we get is oxygen. Okay, so plants perform a process called as photosynthesis. Plants perform a process that is called as photosynthesis. This is the basic life process, and because of this process of photosynthesis, plants are able to produce, because when plants perform the process of photosynthesis, they will release oxygen. They will release oxygen. They take the carbon dioxide from atmosphere. They take the carbon dioxide from atmosphere, and apart from carbon dioxide they also take water. Carbon dioxide plus water is taken up by the plants, which in the presence of sunlight. Carbon dioxide and water is taken by the plants in the presence of sunlight, and this carbon dioxide and water is converted into food and oxygen with a little release of energy. So basically, by the process of photosynthesis, by performing the process of photosynthesis, plants are giving us food, water and oxygen. Now, here the food is produced by the plants. The food is produced by the plants. But what is happening is, nowadays we are having a problem. We are facing a problem of overpopulation. We are facing the problem of overpopulation. So now, when population is increasing day by day, population is increasing day by day. If population is increased, now what? The food production should also increase, because of people. If people are increasing, then naturally the requirement of food will also increase. And when the requirement of food is increased, then to produce or to grow that food, we require land. To grow that food, we require land. We said plants are giving us the food materials. Because of this overpopulation, we require more food material. For producing more food material, we require more land. But we don't have that much of land, because already population is increasing day by day, and here to accommodate that population, we require space. Okay, we require space. And because of this because of this, now we cannot give the extra space. So what we have to do is, in that land itself, in that available land itself, we have to try to produce more food. For example, if we were preparing 20 tons of food in 1 acre of land, 1 acre of land, if we are preparing growing 20 tons of food in 1 acre of land. So now what happens is, because of this overpopulation, we require not just 20 tons, we require 40 tons of food material. To accommodate this population, we require 40 tons. But we cannot increase this land for more agriculture. So within this 1 acre of land itself, we have to make sure that we produce 40 tons of food material. 40 tons of food material. So how to do this within the limited land? So now here comes, there are many techniques. When we study plants now, so we will be able to tell. So how much because when we study plants, we will be able to know the life cycle of those plants. How much it can produce, we can grow how many seasons, we can grow how much of what is the life cycle, what is the reproductive age, so how much it will be giving us. So when we study these plants now, that is the plant breeders study plants carefully, and they use different techniques. They use different techniques which will enhance the food productivity. And how can we know the different techniques? Only by studying the plants. When we study the plants, when we study the different techniques, we will be able to, by applying those techniques, that is called as messy हो जा रहा पूरा. By those plant breeders, the plant breeders, they apply various plant breeding techniques. Plant breeders apply various plant breeding techniques. They also use hybridization techniques. To improve the productivity of the plants. And when the productivity of the, why we use these techniques? To increase productivity. We use these techniques. Okay, so when we use this techniques, in productivity will increase, which will in turn increase the economic productivity. So when we study the plants, we will be able to study about the different techniques, and when we study these different techniques, we will be able to apply those techniques during the process of agriculture, and by applying those techniques, we will be able to produce or increase the productivity of the food materials. This is the first thing. And the next thing is, we said that is there are many varieties of plants, many number of plants are there, many different varieties of plants are there, and each plant has their own different value. Unless and until we study about those plants, we won't be able to tell which plant is useful, how it is useful, in what way it is helping us. So when we study carefully in detail about the plants, then we will be able to say that, this plant is there, it is helping us in giving medicine. This plant is there, it is helping in giving us the food material. Now this plant is there, it helps in giving us the wood. So when we study in detail about the plants, then only we will be able to tell that how plants will help us in giving what are the different things. So here the another thing which we get from it is medicines. Here different varieties are there. Not all the plants will give us medicines. Few plants will give us medicines, others will be giving us different things, but they won't give us medicines. I am not saying that other plants are not useful. They are also useful, but they are useful in another ways. Okay, so the plants that is based on this medicines, we can classify the plants into medicinal plants, and another is non-medicinal plants. Medicinal plants and non-medicinal plants. As the name itself states, the medicinal plants which gives us the medicines, and these plants, they won't give us medicines, but doesn't mean that they don't give us any other thing. They'll give other things, but not medicines. So here medicinal plants. These medicinal plants, when we study about the plants in detail, then only we will be able to say that this is a medicinal plant, and it gives a certain medicine which helps in curing certain diseases. Like here, many are there. We have this alkaloids, reserpine, caffeine, nimbin. Here, reserpine. Here, a plant which is named as Rauwolfia serpentina. This plant help us in treating malaria. These plants help us. It gives us medicines which helps us in treating the disease malaria. There are many plants which helps in various, that is curing various diseases. Okay, here we have not naturally we see aloe vera in our surroundings. Many of our homes have aloe vera. Okay, aloe vera is a plant. It helps in healing. If we get wound or something, it helps in healing. It helps in treating skin ailments. Tulsi is a plant. It is also a medicinal plant. Okay, we find it in our homes. Apart from this, caffeine is, that is, it is nothing but this coffee which we drink. So those coffee beans we are extracting it from the alkaloid caffeine. How is this helping us? It relaxes our muscles. When we take this coffee, it helps in relaxing our muscles. It keeps us fresh. Nimbin, it is an alkaloid which we see from neem plant. Neem plant, we already know how many uses are there of neem plant. It treats various diseases. It helps in skin, that is healing process also. It helps in treating medicines also. So all these different things which we get, that is, these are the different things which will help in treating various diseases. So what we saying is, when we study in detail about the plants, then only we will be able to know how the plants are helping us. So which plant will give us medicine and which. Apart from this, we also get speed तेज है, ये तो कर सकते हैं ना. Apart from all this, giving all these basic things, it also helps in here conserving environment. It also helps in conserving our environment. How it helps in conserving the environment? It also helps in this conservation of our soil. It helps in conservation of soil. Soil is very important for the plants. So soil is very important for the plants, and because of this various reason, because of the soil, because of the winds, floods and all, what happens is the topsoil washes away by soil erosion. Soil erosion will wash away the topsoil, which is very important for the plants. So what does this plants do? They keep the soil holding. They keep the soil holding at one place. So they help in conservation of soil by preventing soil erosion. These plants helps in conservation of soil by preventing soil erosions. It also gives, there are many plants which are called as petroplants. The plants which gives medicine, those are called as medicinal plants. The plants which gives us fuel. Those plants are called as the petroplants. So these petroplants will help us in giving the fuel. So there are certain plants which gives us fuels. So these are the general uses. When we study about those plants only, then only we will be able to tell that which plant will give us fuel and all. So these are the general basic things which plants are providing us. And when we study in detail about those plants, then only we will be able to know. One more important thing. Stop karo. So earlier it was, that is, the biology was that is divided into only two branches, that is botany and zoology, and that is later when with the advancement of the technology and all, so here that is, the science is again divided into many more branches. The science was again divided, that is divided into many more branches. Here the first is टाइम क्या हो रहा, टाइम बस कर नहीं So these were the basic things which are given to us by the plants, and the study of botany helps us in, that is, understanding how the plants will be helping us in different ways. Next class, in the next class we will be studying in detail about all, that is, living organisms, why they are called as living organisms, what are based on what features, based on what characteristics they are classified, what do you call that, what do you call the science which deals with the classification, and in the later classes we will be dealing with reproduction, other topics. But right now, as the this is the basic. Tomorrow, from next class onwards, we'll start with the first chapter, that is the living world. Thank you.